And when our days here are ended, enable us to die as those who go forth to live, so that living or dying, our life may be in Jesus Christ, our risen Lord. Amen. Charlie has a greeting for you.
Good morning. This may be a little bit of a surprise to you, to be looking up here at the screen at me. It may seem a little unusual to have me be speaking out to you, since I have been long gone for a number of days now. But I want to welcome you myself. In most memorial services, someone from the family or the pastor thanks all of the attendees for being there on behalf of the family. Well, I want to thank you myself. So that's why you're looking at me. You know, Saturday mornings used to always be kind of special for Katie and me. And we always planned special things for them. So I know how they are, and they probably are that way with many of you. So I particularly want to thank you for making the sacrifice of giving up this part of your Saturday morning to be here at this service. And I want to thank you very much. The next thing I want to tell you is I want this to really, truly be a celebration. I've been to a number of funerals where they state this is a celebration of the deceased's life here on earth. And, you know, it really isn't very different from any other ceremony. And they are hardly celebrations. And lots of times they're real sad occasions. Well, I certainly don't want this one to be that way. And I hope from the time you entered the church, you realize there's something different here. You probably wondered, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I haven't even been there yet. Well, maybe it will be not too crazy, but I want you to enjoy it. I want you to visit. You know, there are a lot of people you don't see any other place except at funerals. Old friends. Well, find them, look them up out here, and go over in the corner and really chat about old times and enjoy visiting with them about the many memories that you have that relate to them and relate to you too. Now, a little later on, I'll have one serious thought that I would like to leave with you at the appropriate time. But for right now, I'm going to let my devoted friend and pastor, Robert Morris, take over. But later on, I'll have more to say, and hopefully I can leave something with you that is worth your thought. Thank you very much. Robert, can you take over?
Only Charlie Towers would introduce his pastor like that. So when Charlie said that to me that day, he said that here he was at this stage of his life, and really for the first time he was torn, whether between the desire of going on to be with Lord and staying here with Katie, the family, the church, the ministries he loved. And then he got that big Charlie smile, and he said, I'm at peace either way. Folks, that kind of peace only comes with an intimate knowledge of the King of Peace. I think what Charlie wanted me to say to you this morning is don't just wade into your faith ankle deep and think you're swimming. The life of faith, folks, it's an adventure. It's an exciting, joyful life. And that happens when we do what Thomas did. And we did what Charlie did some 40 years ago. When Jesus is more than just our God, but he's the one who calls the shots. To God be the glory for Charlie Towers. Amen. Now we know Charlie is going to have the last word here. and he has a message to his friends and family.
You know, this isn't the first time that I made one of these videos. As a matter of fact, over the last few years, I've made several. And I finally decided to just cut what I had to say down to one brief thought. Now, that'll surprise you right there. You never expect anything I ever do to be brief. But hopefully, this will be. I have something that I call God awareness. Now, God awareness is just awareness all of the time of the presence of the Almighty Creator. Now, the experts tell us that we don't use anywhere near all of our brains, which means there's plenty of room up there to plant God awareness. Now, you know, you say, well, don't you get that through generosity, through good deeds, through prayer, through studying the Word and trying to learn more about our Holy Father? Yeah, all of those are good. All of those are good. And I recommend them. And I just wish that I had done more of all of them myself. But God awareness is a little different than that. It's something that's there in your 24 hours. And it's close to the part of you that relates to what you have to say, what you do, and what you think. And what I'm suggesting is to develop that God awareness. Because as that is developed, and the stronger that becomes, the closer your walk with the Almighty will become. Now, is mine as close as I want it now? No. And I don't know that it ever can be for any of us. But it's a whole lot closer than it was when I started out on this. And you need to relate it to something that you do regular every day. Whether it's when you're driving to work, whether it's when you're brushing your teeth, or better still, if you have developed the habit of saying a short prayer at meal times, relating it to that is a very fine way to get it firmly established in your brain. But if you like this idea, give it a try. It's worked for me, and it's given me a great deal of spiritual growth in the last few years. I recommend it to you. Give it a try. And now, time has come for me to tell you goodbye for the last time, which I do. God bless each and every one of you. And I pray that someday our paths will cross again. And when it happens, it'll be in that heavenly place. So for now, I'm not going to say a final goodbye. What I'm going to say is, so long for now. And incidentally, enjoy the meal that they're fixing over there for you. So long.